Stevens.
Thank you, Sean. Yeah, Sam, you're not getting away. Yeah, Sam messed with me as soon as he walked in here.
I'm so sorry.
Man, I'm a comic, so it's funny. What he said was,
You're good.
Good job. Everybody can be bought in on it. It's funny, it's fine. It's me and my lady are sitting in the back, and then happens to be everything. And she introduces herself, and he looks at me and said, well, you're damn sure not Ivory. And then he tells me, I'm the headliner for the night. And I'm like, you know what I mean? Cool, man. This is one of the cleanest places I've been in telling comedy for a while. I've been in bars with 2 pool tables, people missing teeth sitting at the bar. I've been in some rough spots. I've been in people's houses for private events and stuff, and doing playoff football games. No one's listening to me, but I'm getting paid, so I'm just hanging out. You know what I mean? This wasn't in my thing to do. I actually went to a club in Delaware called Dream Big, and I went to see my first comedy show. I liked it, and I came back for an open mic to watch some more comics, and I ran into the guy that's coming up next behind me, and he said, hey man, you should try doing comedy. And I was like, nah. He was like, you only live once, so just try it. And I tried it, and so now it's going on close to 2 years. I've been doing it, I've been getting booked for a lot of shows, and it's fun getting out of the house away from the kids. Like, I don't gotta explain myself. Look at the flyer. You see my face, I'm out of here. Me and Mom are going. You guys can fend for yourself. You know, they got DoorDash now, you know what I mean? So, as long as you got something to eat, they're pretty chill. And I got 3 daughters. I did a lot of sketchy things back in the day, so this is my karma. But what it is, I gotta let them know everything that happened. I'm very straightforward with my kids. I tell them all, you're a woman, you need to know 2 things: have your own money and know how to drive. You should never ask for a ride home. You need a ride home. You should never have to not be without money, because bad things can happen with those 2 situations. You ladies know this. Yeah, I mean, that's the main thing I tell them. And they listen for the most part, you know what I mean? Just to let y'all know, I rescued a kitten the other day. Yeah. I know there's white women love that. Let me talk to you. So, I get a phone call, I'm at work, the kids are calling, say we got 3 stray cats outside. I feed them all the time and stuff. Now, I'm not going above and beyond catching them and taking them to the vet and all that stuff. I'm not doing that. It's not that I don't trust the vet. They're like car mechanics. They tell you anything and take your money. I'm dead serious. Like, I know people that are vets that work for companies, and they'll diagnose your dog with something just to pull $3,000, $2,000 out of you. You know what I mean? And not really doing nothing. So it's all a scheme, unless you got one that you can trust. You know what I mean? I got somebody, and I don't stick on topic. I just want y'all to know this. Whatever's going on is coming out. You know what I mean? So back to the vets. They get over on you. So I've been feeding these outdoor cats. They've been earning their keep. They kill snakes. I don't got no birds and squirrels no more. I'm kind of mad about that. Like, you know, I used to like to see the birds out there on the fence and stuff like that, but nobody comes around the yard anymore. So the cat had some kittens, 4 from what I heard. When I got home, it was 2. I thought the mother was cleaning the cat. She was eating them. I did not know this was a thing. So now I'm chasing the cat away from her last kitten that's left, and we take it inside. It's cold and everything. We get it on his feet. And we took care of it. We ran up PetSmart and stuff like that. And, you know what I mean? I like to think I'm a hero sometimes. You know? So, I'm the one out here helping America. Computers are taking over. They really are. I'm a flooring installer. I Googled one night, what jobs can computers take? And on this list of 20 was flooring. I look for a flooring company. I work for a flooring company. They can't take that job. I got at least another 30 years. The way the government said it looked like I'm going another 50 years. I'm 41. I may not look it. I don't know. Some people might think I look 41. Some say I look younger. I don't know. But what I'm trying to say is, when I go to grocery stores, I'm the guy. When you see a cart out in the middle of the parking lot, that's me. I push it out there. I absolutely push it out there. If you go in a grocery store and bread is over there with the fruit and stuff, it's me. Why? Because the little guy needs jobs. If everybody puts stuff back on the shelf, he's the next person on the chopping block. We already got all these self-checkouts and stuff like that. I was telling them back there, pennies, we let them get rid of the pennies. You know what's next? The dollars. And once the dollars are gone, you're all slaves. I am dead serious. Great Depression. Did anybody live through it? I mean, it's a couple possible. No, I'm not saying. But when everything fell and stuff, people that had money under the mattress were kings because they didn't put all their money in the bank. But once all this is going electronic, I heard you guys arguing about not being able with the phone. I'm in the same boat as y'all. I could give it to my kids though. Whenever I can't get something on my phone or something to work, I take it to the kids. Exactly. Like, everything's electronic. Soon, cars are gonna have their kill switches on. You say something and they don't like, they're gonna cut your car off. They're gonna cut your card off if you disagree with something that's going on with the government. And it's not a Republican Democrat thing. That's just to keep us not looking at the one problem. You know what I mean? You guys shouldn't have to worry about Social Security and Medicaid. You're like, what are you talking about? Elon just said it the other night. It should not be a necessity for us to have Social Security. We're not entitled to it. Yes, we are. It's your money. Exactly. Like, we work for this. Blood pressure going up. I like countering because I get to vent. My girl doesn't listen to me. My kids don't listen to me. So this is an opportunity I got. And everybody gets to hear what I gotta say. You know what I mean? Because we're all in the same boat. Some of you guys look like y'all might got a little bit of change, but for the most part, people are, the average person is about, I'm gonna say, 2 months from being homeless. You miss a certain amount of payments. Right. And speaking of homeless, it's a guy in California right now. I don't know what this guy is. He needs to be investigated by the FBI. He's giving out 18-inch knives and swords to the homeless people. And he's giving them fireballs and marijuana. He's like giving it to a lot of people. Over 1,000 people had these knives now. I don't know what he's planning, but this is a recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
We need more law and order in this country. Hey, this body picture that we got right now. Stay away from politics? Okay. Is there Biden fans in here? Joe Biden. This one thing about me, look, I call it down the middle. If I think somebody's crooked, they're crooked in my eyes. Politics. They all lie. But listen to this. You know how the country is. Do you want to have to live with us, next to us in general? If you like, it's like millionaires and stuff. They're like, we got to keep our money right here, so we're not down there with them.
Yeah.
Which I understand, because we all had a neighbor that was like, oh my God, where you were uncomfortable coming home to this neighbor. All of us. I mean, most of you probably moved 3 or 4 times in your life. I'm assuming. Yeah, I was a guy that, I had a neighbor one time, he was so anal about his grass. He had a little, I don't know what this thing was, it looked like a pizza cutter, and he would go down his driveway with it, along his road with it, and then me, I'm right here next door not doing, bare minimum. I was doing bare minimum. So one day he's out there, he had his lawn nice and good and stuff, and the wind blows all my leaves into his yard. And we just had this standoff because I felt like I should went over there and clean the leaves of it. But this is a force of nature right now. That's not my problem. You know what I mean? It is absolutely not. And then his son comes over one day and he said, Mister, I'm like, hey, what's going on, man? He said, my dad's mad at my mom because my mom talks to other men and he doesn't know what to do about it. I heard him and his uncle having a conversation. My uncle having a conversation, and I told this kid, keep your parents' information in the house. Don't tell strangers that, because I would have got my ass whipped for that as a kid. And so, you can't go out there talking about stuff like that goes on in your family home and stuff. I didn't have a super strict mom, but I had a mom that nagged. She prepared me for being married. I got out there. If I messed up or did something, she would just talk in my ear. She didn't have to put her hands on me. I just wanted her to stop that yapping. One time she got real mad at me because I used to forge her signature a lot at school to get out of school early. Quite a bit. It got to the point one day I came with a school note saying I had an early departure. The office ladies got together and called my mom on speakerphone. And it was one of the scariest times ever. I'm just sitting there and she picks up. She worked in the dry cleaner then, so they had to take time to go get her. She gets on the phone and they said, Miss Whaley, Pre has an early departure note, and he's had quite a bit this year. It's almost 15. She was like, did you sign it? And you know what she said? Yes, I signed it for him. When I got home, I heard about this
one side of someone's shoulder, come around,
week
and then
about forging her name. She was just worried about forging her name. She wasn't worried about me leaving school early. She was like, everybody skips school and stuff like that. Don't forge my name. But I did forge it on one other thing, and she didn't find out about it until I had a good day. I'm not allowed to play football. I was born with one kidney. She didn't want me to get killed by getting hit or damaging it. All my friends play football. Come on, I'm a male. You want to play with your friends and stuff like that. She's worried about tackle football. She had no idea what we were doing out in the hood. Like we're playing backyard football. This is way worse. Like people are trying to take each other's heads off out there. Like, Mom, this place has pads. We're out here playing without them. You have no idea how hard I'm getting hit out here and hitting people. So I played 9th and 10th grade football until time to sign up for 11th grade. I had a major blockage where I couldn't go to the bathroom. I had to have a bag to urinate. And I didn't know if it come from me playing football those 2 years or just me drinking sugary products, because I love juice and candy just like the next person, which is all bad for your kidneys. A lot of y'all know. Some of y'all can't pee right now. You know what I'm saying? You get to that age where you think you're done and about to walk away, and you're like, oh, let me go back. You know, I don't know, but you know what I mean? I'm taking blood for that now. Thank goodness I can go get checked out now, because the alternate route I wasn't too down for. Any more of us in here? Anybody served in the military? What branch? What branch? Marines, and you? Army? Let me tell you about this guy. I got my best friend. And you know you got friends, right? And you cannot talk to your friend a week, 2 weeks, or something like that. Maybe a month. And when you see each other, you just go right from where you left off at. Oh, my best friend. I had talked to him for 1 whole month. One day he calls me, and he's like, hey man, I graduated next week. We're 41. I said, where the fuck are you graduating from? He said, oh, I joined the Navy. I said, what? What are you talking about? Where are you? I'm in Chicago. I said, were you going to tell anybody? No, I didn't see the need to tell anybody. Great, Pat. So my next question was like, I've never seen you swim a day in my life. You're in the Navy? And he said, well, I couldn't swim. But I can swim now after getting thrown in the water a couple times. So it's like, I think that's real cool. I like the fact that like all my friends are doing good in life. We don't get to hang out with each other as much and have fun because of damn kids and girls and stuff. Just ruin all the fun. But you know what I'm saying, man. Yeah. I call and check in on him and stuff. And the tough one now, he's going to ballerina classes with his kid and stuff. It's soft. Make her play some real sports, softball or something. You know what I mean? Gymnastics and stuff like that. No, I like all the kids, man. They all call me Uncle Cree and stuff like that. I'm the one that's like, I bring joy to houses when I come there. I talk to all the kids and stuff. I mean, I'm a good guy for the most part. Everybody has a dark side. Everybody, you went through a villain stage. You look like you went through a villain stage. Like, we all had it one time. Like, where you was like, I had enough with people. This is my year. Like, I'm tuning everybody out. I'm focusing on me. And I'm not the oldest at work, but I got a coworker. He's about 22, and he reminds me of how old I am. Not on purpose, by stuff that he says and stuff like that. He was telling me how he grew up with his when he stayed with his mom and dad and stuff, and they would watch TV and stuff. And he's like, hey man, he said, oh man, there used to be this show I used to watch. But when I go to my parents' house, because they didn't have cable and stuff, there's a bunch of people who were stranded on an island. And it's like, and it was three bad bitches on the island. And I'm like, Gilligan's Island? He said, yes, that's it. And I was like, 3 bad girls? I said, exactly, too. I said, you talking about Mrs. Hyde, too? He was like, who? He was like, I said, yeah, you had Mary Ann and Ginger, and then you had the older lady. I said, you saying all 3 were bad? He was like, I thought it was 3. I said, no, you might have just called that certain episode where somebody just popped up. He said, did they ever get off that island? I said, I believe they did. I'm not 100% sure. But it was a good show. And then he said the other show, he was like, yes, any other shows? Because now it's funny to me. I said, any other shows you watch? He said, I used to like a show, it was a guy, he was kind of older, and he had a girl, and she could do magic all the time for him. And I was like, I dream of Genie. That's it. And I'm like, I really feel that old. I grew up watching 700 Club. 700 Club with my grandparents on Saturday night before Sunday. Before I had to get up Sunday morning and polish my shoes and stuff in Sunday school and church. I grew up in church. You know what I mean? I got past confirmation class. I had to know the word before I got out here in the world. Like, I don't go to church as much as I should go to church. But I went to church long enough to see when something looks demonic or evil to me. I've been still waiting for this mark of the beast. I'm waiting to see what it is. Then I thought it was a COVID shot, but I wasn't 100% sure. That's what I thought it was. I said, they're trying to get us. Now, I didn't get it. I refused to get it. And I'm not knocking anybody who did get it. Because everybody, that was my problem with it. Everybody's different. Everybody reacts to everything. We all can't take the same amount of Tylenol. And you're saying, everybody, take this. Well, I don't got a cure for cancer yet, but you take this, because we figured it out already. And that's where the conspiracy theories in me comes out. And I've been like this ever since the X-Files. Woo! My mom moved out of town and moved us out in the country where cornfields are and stuff. We were out there with no neighbors. And this is when prime X-Files was going on. So I'm in the back and I'm watching X-Files a lot. To the point where we could come home some nights, and one night we pulled in and I seen 20 pairs of green eyes over there. I didn't know what it was, and my mom said, they're deers. I didn't know deers' eyes did that night. They glow. I had no idea. Imagine seeing that at 10 or 11, pulling into the middle of nowhere where no neighbors are, and you just see all these eyes looking at you. That was some scary stuff. I'm watching X-Files at the time. I grew up on the VHS tapes. You know, VCRs. You know, I had the VCRs back in the day. Well, when we went to the country, we didn't have cable because cable didn't run out there. So my uncle had Cinemax and HBO and all that in his house in Delaware. So he would record tapes. He'd put it in there, push record, go to work, come back home, look at the guide, write down what movies are on this VHS tape. And he would bring trash bags of VHS tapes to my mom's house in Berlin. And my mom would sift through these tapes and find out which ones me and my brother were not allowed to watch. She would stick them in her closet, and we would just wait until she went to work. We would go there and say, "Oh, what can we watch in here that we should not be watching?" So I watched so much stuff. Like, I learned about cocaine from Gregory Hines and Billy Crystal, Running Scared. Anybody seen that movie? It's one of my favorite movies ever. I love that movie. I love Billy Crystal. City Slickers and stuff like that. Oh, I'm old school, man. I love old movies. I don't like rap and stuff like that. I like rap. I like the older rap from the 90s and stuff. This new rap is all designed. It's full of these kids in the prison so they can get free labor.
That's
All
true.
it is. We got private prisons out here. I look into all this stuff. Hey, we got the internet. I got time. I got time to Google. I research everything. My history teacher used to love me in school. Me and him used to sit back and like, hey, when do you think the next Hitler is coming? Because history repeats itself. So I've been looking and I've been watching. He's here. Oh, so one said don't say it, the other one said he's here. I'm not gonna say it. No, it's look. Once again, with politics and stuff like that. This whole island thing is getting out of control. I'm big on protecting kids and women. Everybody else got to fend for themselves. Women, I'm not saying you can't protect yourself, but we have to watch out for women and we have to watch out for kids. I could care less what happens to the men. We're just here. You work, provide for your family, they stick you in the grave. And if you were a good guy, people were going to talk about you for years. Grandpa Jim was nice. He did this, he did that. Or they're not going to say anything about you because you didn't do anything memorable. You know what I mean? And it's people like that. Like, I got life insurance. I'm happy about that. It makes my day a whole lot better knowing it's not going to be a fish fry if I go down. That's what a lot of people don't. They can't afford. You know, they want to know everything about you. A lot of people smell. If you gonna die from everybody, nobody here is gonna die from the same thing unless you get hit by the same person in the car. So I've never been afraid of dying, and that's simply because I don't know how I'm gonna go. I hope it's this way. I seen a guy driving a Tesla the other day, seemed like he was in a coffin. And that disturbed me because I'm not used to this technology with these cars. I can't adjust my mind to that yet. That you're gonna lay down, go to sleep, and rely on this vehicle to get you there safely. It can't see colors. You know what I mean? I think this is dangerous. Let that thing drive you. I feel like it's just like being in a coal mine, and you're in there working and stuff, and any second something bad could happen. Computers malfunction all the time, man. And then people are sitting ducks in these things when they go to go gas it up. You're just sitting there waiting to be robbed. There's a lot of hungry and dangerous people out here. I'm pretty sure somebody in here killed somebody before. You don't know. I watch a lot of the ID Network. I actually fall asleep watching it. Is that bad? A guy can fall asleep listening to a murder. We had the guys in Ocean City. Remember the couple in Ocean City years back? Yeah, everybody on the same, but yeah, the one's up for parole. The lady, she's up for parole and stuff. They denied her, but then I was telling the kid that I work with about the DC sniper. He's never heard of it. Never heard of it. Then I was like, have you heard of anthrax? He's like, what's that? I said, man, you missed everything. Kid, you was born in 2002. I said, man, dude, they were mailing powdery substance to random people just out of the phone book, I guess. I had no idea. And I said, if you touched their, came in contact, you died. I said, I lived through that, man. I said, I didn't care about opening, but I just still open it, man. If I'm the one guy you get, I mean, it is what it is. I still remember the first time I got scammed. It was 14, because I worked at 14. What's funny is my first job was at a golf course when I was 14. Got my worker's permit, got a job at a golf course. I'm not going to say the name, but I worked for 6 hours. I quit and I never went back. Here? No, I was not here. But when I went to that golf course, I got my work. I was so happy. They were like, hey, we're going to have you wash dishes. Fine with me, whatever. You're paying me. Like, I'm happy. I'm 14. I'm back there working. This guy's training me. He's showing me to do this. He's doing that. And there's some random guy. There's me and him back there watching this. And some random guy walks by. And he looks at me. He said, hey, kid, be safe. He's going to try to fuck you. And walked out. Wow.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
And the guy that was training me, he just walked out of the kitchen. And just left me back there at 14 with dishes. And I was like, what the hell do I do? So when my mom picked me up when it was time to get off, I got in the car And I said, this place is weird. I don't want to come back here. She told me what happened. And I told her, and she was like, there's a lot of freaky people out here in the world. You don't have to go back. And I went and got a new job. And that's why I got my daughters their jobs. Because I got my daughters their first job. I got 3 girls, like I said. The oldest one, she's moved out, lives in the city. I got her first job. My middle daughter, I got her first job. I taught both of them how to drive. I took 2 people's license away from them too. My grandma, we had to strip her for her license. Grandma almost killed me one night. Just random. I was working in down there in Sevierville by Harris Teeter. I used to do curb and gutter, sidewalks and stuff like that. And I'm sitting there digging a hole for the gutter. And all of a sudden, this car comes and almost clipped me. It was so close, I couldn't touch the car. And I jumped back, and I instantly cussing, like, oh, my car almost hit me. I'm getting mad, and I look on the back of the car, and it said, God bless the troops. And I was like, Grandma? I'm like, what is she doing on this road? I instantly called my mom. I said, hey, Grandma missed a turn. I think she was trying to go to Harris Teeter. We need to take, she almost hit me. She's like, what? I said, we need to think about taking her license. So she doesn't have her license anymore. She's 92. She's totally fine. She's living life right now, staying taking care of her family, as she should be. As all you should be. You shouldn't have to go in a nursing home. I mean, you know, it's gonna suck being in a nursing home. Here's a handful, lady. Oh, you're not right. She won't even sit what she's saying. Oh my gosh, man. It's alright, man. Like, yeah, that's why sometimes I start arguments. This passionate love making. You know what I mean? Start a little argument here and there, where, you know, on her toes. Dude, I can say between me and you, she can't hear me. Look, I got so many bags from stores that when we go to the stores, we've never had the reusable bags. It drives me crazy, Sam. I got bags for Ollie's. I got bags for what's the other one? What's the one where they got all the vegan feed in it and stuff? All these. I got all these bags. I got Target reusable bags. All these bags, and they just sit in the pantry, and I'm like, why do we got these bags that cost $2? And they're making paper bags now at Boscov's. 15 cents with the handle. I love Boscov's. That's one of my favorite stores to shop right. I used to go there with my grandma. That's like dear to my heart. Me and her used to go on yard sales and stuff like that. And my grandma used to haggle people. She was a haggler. Like, this is $10? I give you 6. What's that? Would she take? Yeah, she's one of those. And I used to love it. Grandma would haggle everybody when we go on the yard sales. And I was like, Grandma, why are we on this back road? We're gonna get lost. Like, I didn't know where she was going. And that's when she told me, you can't get lost around here. We're on an island. Even though it's called a peninsula. But it's technically an island.
It's an island.
Thank you. No one in here owns a boat. No one in here owns a boat. I am deeply sad about this. A room full of white folks and nobody owns a boat. I want a boat. I really do want a boat. I really want a boat. You got one for sale? I bet you do, because you got a ring on every finger. I caught that when I came in. I said, he got a ring on every finger. He knows some stuff or can get some stuff done. He can get some stuff done. You got to have a guy. I got a guy for everything. I really do. I got a plumber that I trust. It's called a bartering system. You know what I'm talking about. Like, I do floors. I do other things too. I can connect people with people. Like, I like to call myself a middleman. Because I got somebody sells life insurance. I got 2 or 3 people. If you want to buy a house, I know a guy named Dan Bell sells houses. Dan Bell will sell you a house. Dan Bell will sell you anything. I'm telling you, he's an auctioneer. He's a good guy. Look him up. Dream Big Venues. He's the owner of the company. Yes, I'm telling you, man. You gotta know somebody for everything. I had a doctor, right, and he was like. It's one of them doctors when I would go, then I had the kidney problem. At one point, I would my limbs would fall asleep and I didn't know what was going on. Like, I would doze off sometime. I did not know I had to get a phlebotomy once a month. That's a pint of blood coming out. The white lady that was taking my blood said, "Son, your blood is thick as Mississippi swamp water." And I couldn't figure out what's going on. Of course, this was during Obamacare. So I'm going to the doctor and he's not giving me, he's making it short with me. And I'm like, "Doc, I'm over here in the cancer ward getting blood taken out. Do I have cancer? Just tell me." He said, "No, you don't have cancer." "Well, what's going on with my body?" No one can tell me. So I go to my kidney specialist. Why am I making so much blood? Why is my red blood cells running? Why? You know what I mean? What's going on? 6 months later, I got 3 doctors in the office talking to me. They're like, "We need to figure out what you do every day, all day, for a week. Tell us everything you do." I ran down, I felt like I was on an episode of House. I ran down everything I do. And the common denominator was, I don't want to get sued by the brand, but it said something, and then A is a sports drink that I was drinking. I was drinking 2 or 3 of those a day because I was doing outside work. I was doing concrete and stuff, so I'm in the sun trying to stay hydrated. I was putting too much potassium in my body, and it was running my levels through the roof. And they said, "You can't drink those things like that. They're to replenish, but you're not supposed to drink." I'm like, well, it's false advertising then. Because everybody I see in the commercials is sweating balls. And then they're drinking it, and then they're all right. You know what I mean? So this was my daily thing. 3 big ones a day, and it was killing me. Oh, like I said, we're all going out for something. We just don't know what it is. I might have some cards back there in the back with my information on it and stuff. When you look at these cards when I pass them out, it's gonna say that I'm a travel agent. Or not a travel agent. Yeah, travel guide. I put that on the card. No one's bid on it yet. I just threw the rod out there. You know what I mean? I pass these cards out one day, my phone's gonna ring and say, "Hey, we need a tour guide for the day." And I'm gonna be like, "What's your budget?" I'm gonna tell them I'm booked, even though I'm not booked, and I'm gonna get a different date so they think I'm booked. You know what I mean? That's the key, brother. You with me? You know what I mean? All I need is just one person. One person. I mean, I'll do tours for $100 an hour. I'm a personable guy. You know what I mean? I'm not driving. We're gonna drive in your car. I can show you some haunted areas. I take you to Haunted Swamp in Millsboro. You know what I mean? I can show you Abby's Bridge and Seaford. I know a lot of places we can go. You want to go to nightlife? That's fine. You got to pay for me to get in. I might need a new wardrobe. People got money to spend. You know what I mean? Like, some people got money to spend. A lot of people don't. Oh, I've been buying stocks with it too. I bought 2 shares of Campbell Soup. No, I'm looking at it like this. The way the prices are going up, everybody's going to be only able to afford soup. Think about what I'm saying here. Like, Beyond Meat is 89 cents a share. Soon, meat's gonna go bad because from what I'm hearing from farmers on TikTok, the government is dropping ticks down in their farms and affecting their meat so that we get sick and we can't eat that meat. Then we gotta eat the lab-grown meat. So I've been buying, man, I probably got like 40 shares of Beyond Meat for 89 cents just because one day it might jump up there. And then y'all will be like, "Hey, I went and seen that guy Creek. He's a millionaire. He's buying meat like a madman." I don't even know what Beyond Meat is. Anybody here eat that shit?
Your child.
So it could be a bad 89 cent investment. No, I can't. I'm gonna hold on to the shares. 89 cents ain't killing me. I'll buy a share every day. Prices like that. One day y'all gonna say, "That guy got big on Beyond Meat." Y'all all witnesses this. I'm trying to speak in the air. This is gonna be my retirement job. What I'm doing, either it's gonna retire me, I'm gonna do this when I retire, one or two. Because it's unlimited content. All you gotta do is turn TV on for 5 minutes. What's going on in every neighborhood and stuff. Anybody here identify anything as what they are right now? This guy down in Mississippi identifying as a deer. I'm dead serious. He got shot too. He's like really a deer. Like when you look at the thing, it's creepy. Like it's. I don't get into all that. I had some. Me and the teacher had it out. I mean, me and the principal at my daughter's elementary school had it out about 5 years ago. She was drinking at the water fountain. Some little boy grabbed her butt. This was on Thursday. I found out about it on Friday from my kid. She said, "Daddy, the boy at school grabbed my butt and said I'm his girl." I said, "Who'd you tell?" She told me she told the teacher. They told the principal, the people in the office. No one called me that Thursday. No one called me all day Friday. I called and right when she got home, the school office staff was still there. I said, "Hey," I told her, and they knew about it. They were like, "Oh, we were gonna get in touch with you." No, you weren't. No, you weren't. You were gonna let this blow over. Me, I'm sensible. I said, "Hey," had the principal call me on Monday. The principal calls Monday. "Hey, Mr. Stevens, I understand what happened. I'm sorry." I said, "Listen, I want to piece it together. Me and my girl, the mom and the dad and the boys. And I want to be able to grab mom's ass in front of dad. In front of dad. So everybody can understand how I feel right now." He's like, that won't be necessary. Like, I said, "No, but I just want you to know how I feel, and that you didn't call me wasn't right to do." So what I'm telling you, y'all got grandkids and stuff. Ask the kids what's going on in school, because there's a lot of weird stuff goes on in the school. The teachers are messing with each other. The kid, you gotta watch the kids around some of these teachers. It's getting weird. It seems like it's more the women teaching these days. They're the one getting into trouble the most. Good looking women teachers too. Leave them damn kids alone and go to a bar somewhere. A lot of lonely men out here messing with them little boys. Weird. Yeah. All the teachers I had in school, none of them were no good looking. You got like one in a possible, like you playing cards. Two in a possible. We just run them teachers ragged. Not me. No. Not me. No, I was cool because I had to have good reports. My grandma was a retired teacher, and they all knew her. So if I did anything, they were gonna make a phone call, and that's a whole nother. My grandparents, great-grandparents, my grandfather did not play around with your schoolwork and your grades. Do that when you're fine. Like, they were like very strict. Like, they didn't want me hanging out in the neighborhood that I'm actually from, because they were like, "We don't want you out here selling drugs or nothing like that." We built basketball court at the house, so I ain't have to play out at the local court and stuff. And I'm like, I grew up here. This is where I am from. Like, these are my cousins. They just try to keep me out of trouble and stuff like that. I still got in trouble. Well, I didn't get in trouble for that, sir. Well, you actually detective or something. Fireman, you did something. You had a badge on sometime in your life. Now, what'd you do for a living? Now I'm curious.
Electronic technician.
Electronic, cyber security type shit, right? No?
I've worked with a lot of cops.
See, there you go. My brother's in the union and stuff. Yeah, he likes it. He wants me to work with him and stuff. But I'm afraid of heights. Terrified of heights, and I'm afraid of the water. I'm afraid of drowning, man. Is anybody in here that can't swim besides me? Everybody can swim but me? You can't swim? Not well. Could you save yourself?
Maybe.
He said no. I almost drowned 3 times. The last time I almost drowned, I was at fucking swimming lessons. So I don't play with the water because I think the next time I'm X'd out. Like, yeah, like, you know what I mean? I don't got 9 lives, you know what I mean? Terrified of water. Even with heights, my legs start getting noodles when I'm more than 3 stories up. I can look over a 2nd floor balcony because I know if I fall, I'm just gonna break something, I'm not gonna die. But when I get to the 3rd floor, noodles. Because I know that's death right there, you know what I mean?
That's what you
Well, look, my grandfather used to like to decorate houses and stuff, and his house with all these lights and stuff for Christmas. It's a 1-story house, and he's laughing at me because he used to jump out of planes when he was in Korea and stuff. And I'm crawling around on the 1-story roof because I'm afraid of heights and stuff. And he's down there laughing like, "You're really scared of heights, you're on the 1 level." And I'm like,
I think he's great.
how much longer do we got, guys? Because you know I'll ramble all night. I'm low-key angry. I'm starting to feel like you guys
Wait
hate
till
me.
you
I
see me.
understand why y'all
Wait till
mad
you
at
see
me.
me, Sam.
How about the traffic in Delaware? It's insane. Yeah, now we're on the same page. This traffic is terrible. how many more people, like, how many more townhouses are they gonna build? Like, man, I understand it's tax-free, man, but there's no more land to build on around here, man. It's getting out of hand. The cost of living is through the roof. What's under, what, you got rich, middle class, lower class, I guess that way, or that poverty. Which one is it? What is between middle class and lower? I feel like that's where I'm at. I thought I got the middle class, you know what I mean? I got porch swing and stuff like that, rocking chairs on my porch, a fenced-in yard. I thought I was middle class. I got the lake. Thank you, Sean. You gonna come up here, or I'm just gonna talk till you walk up here?